And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's Japan taking on the Dominican Republic. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Chompy. Thanks for joining us here. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these guys are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. All right, just about set to go. Getting the nod in this one, Luis Castillo.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
J.R. Santana, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Santana turning some heads with this recent stretch of impressive play. 2 outs, base is empty. Next pitch is outside.
Lots of rookies can have a hot streak, but once the league gets a book on you, starts attacking you differently, things can shift in a hurry. I'm interested to see how he handles those adjustments.
Fires over to first, and that is that. Scoreless after 1. Game 1 of the World Series. At the plate, J.R. Santana. Ohtani back to work. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. Liner, base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Juan Soto now. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, runner goes for second. Low throw, and he can't take it out. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Definitely trying to work down and get that double play ball, but it got away enough to erase any chance of that. Good job of moving up in the scoring position. Now a hit could make that wild pitch really sting.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. You're in Game 1 of the World Series. Well struck, deep right field, way back, and out of here. A towering shot. It's 2-0. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
And here is J.R. Santana. This guy with light tower power. And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. That one ripped left field. That's back. On the warning track, and hauls it in.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? To Elliott, second for one. Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. The Rush with the lead 2-0. Next to hit, J.R. Santana. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. And first offering is fouled off.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
In the air, left field. And that will end the inning. They put 2 on the board on 2 hits, including the homer. No errors and no one left. 8th inning coming up. The Dominican Republic have the lead 4-0. So digging in, Seiya Suzuki. Up the middle. Flips it behind his back. 1 at second. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
So 2 down, and here's the catcher, Oshiro. One strike away from securing game 1. Line drive and a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
First and second, 2 outs. 51. And the batter will be the shortstop. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, someone from the bullpen had to come in, get a big out, and then had a little time to think about it before he went back out to get the final 3 outs of this ball game. Nonetheless, outstanding job to get the save and secure the win for his team.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Jaguars taking on the Rush. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. And a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for Game 2, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in Game 1. But this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games? Or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after Game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Reynaldo Lopez.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
One down, runner at third. Santana now at the plate.
Santana.
Lifted in the air, right field. Suzuki makes the catch. Runner tags for third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 3-1.
So many times that one gets out of here and into the seats, but he'll take the sac fly RBI. Good job to get that runner from third.
The first baseman.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, J.R. Santana. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. And a foul ball. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. In the air to left, down the line. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
On the ground, 2 ball. To Elliott, second for 1. On to first, double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, J.R. Santana.
The first baseman, Santana.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Almost got him.
That's inside.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Yamada hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Here in the bottom of the 9th,
Now batting,
Santana digs in now. He's a guy who does it all. That one ripped. That ball's carrying. And that one is going to go. And they cut into the lead. It's 5-3. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side is a hitter. It's a great...
2 down, bases empty. Here's Rafael Devers. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. Ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Dominican Republic taking on Japan. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first two games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these players want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric. And this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. Nothing better than pregame festivities for the World Series. Game 3 is coming up next. So just about set now, and towing the slab in this one, Roki Sasaki. What do we need to know here?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
J.R. Santana, batting with one down, takes a strike. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed or wet.
And it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It's
Sasaki picks over Santana. Back on a dive. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. One out and a runner at second here in Game 3 of the World Series. To third, and that chance handled. Throws to first in time. They get the out on Soto.
The third baseman,
Rafael Devers up to hit. Squirts away a little bit.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Popped up, lead. And that's the third out. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. The Rush have the advantage, 1-0. Back at Globe Life Field. And starting in this one, Freddie Peralta. Chris, how about a scouting report?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Next is switch hitting first baseman J.R. Santana. 1 for 1 with a single so far. A dive, nice stop, throw to first, and they get the out.
Well, that right there was all pre-pitch positioning. Put himself in the perfect spot to make a great play.
Now it's the power speed combo. J.R. Santana, 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, you know, with 2 out and nobody on, it's going to take something special to get a run across. So why not? You got some pop. Swing for the fences.
Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
Boom. That's cheddar, baby.
2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 3 of the World Series. And they'll do it again. The 0-2. Swung on, belted. That's going back. Back some more. And that one's gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 5-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden, they're back in this ball game.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now the first baseman, J.R. Santana. He's already homered in this game. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging, too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Ground ball, left side, and foul ball. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And the inning is over. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. Japan out front, 11-3. Two outs, base is empty. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that'll do it.
Game threes are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
And your final, 11-3. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Live from Arlington, Texas, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Dominican Republic taking on Japan. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. just a little bit away from first pitch. And on the hill, Shohei Ohtani. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
One down. Here's a big power threat. J.R. Santana. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. And the postseason success continues for him.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now it's Juan Soto. Two on, one out. And that one is lifted in the air on his way over. He's got it. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now two away.
That is fair. The third baseman, Rafael.
So two outs with runners on the corners. Devers now. This one in the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. This ball's chopped to the ground. And that one handled on the run. Sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. So they strand a pair. On to the bottom of the first. No score after a half inning. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the mound today, Luis Gil.
Well, it's a three-pitch mix in the repertoire for this starter. He's going to have to command all three if he's going to have success on the hill today.
First and second, no outs. Santana will hit next. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swings and misses at the sweeper.
Well, coming off of a blowout loss in the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Juan Soto now.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Hit on the ground. Might be two. Tosses to first. That's out number one. And a run comes in to score.
I'll expect a back and forth this entire game because of how good the offenses are.
So two in scoring position with one out. Now it's Devers at the plate. Ohtani was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. And they're all loaded up.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow. No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
Swung on, looped into center. Hooks it away for the out.
A perfect result for the defense. A line drive out that doesn't score a run, and it takes away the opportunity for that sacrifice fly. You can't ask for much more. That's the outcome they wanted.
So bases all loaded up. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Brings it in for the third out. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Dominican Republic out front here, 1-0. So up next,
Now
Seiya
batting, the
Suzuki.
right fielder.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
On the ground to second, might be two. There's one. Throw to first, but he beat it. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Ohtani back to work. Just missed. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Now it's the shortstop.
Both starters out of this ball game. It now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you enough. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And here's the first baseman, J.R. Santana. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. Here in Game 4 of the World Series. Slice down the right side. Cut on and lifted in the air. Suzuki makes the grab, and that's the inning. 2 outs, nobody on. Now the number 2 hitter, Julio Rodriguez. One strike away. Lifted to left, and that should do it. That's the ball game.
All this team needs is one more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
So, Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
4-1 the final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm Baseball from the Lone Star State. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Dominican Republic taking on Japan. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it can kind of prove to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go. And our pitcher tonight, Shota Imanaga. What's the word on him?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
And now the big-time power threat, J.R. Santana. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul out of play. This one popped up. Yamada. He's got it. And that is out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Back in Arlington. And on the hill today, Luis Castillo.
Very dominant his last time out. Picked up the win. Only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
And that's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Out at the plate.
Pretty close play at the plate right there. Always an exciting one, though, and a really nice job by the defense to cut him down. It's a pretty big blow to a team when you lose a potential run that was so close to getting in there.
Go-ahead run on base. Santana, the next to hit. 0 for 1 so far. Ground ball left side, could be 2. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Well, that was a throw that just shouldn't have been made. They scored a single and an error, so the official scorer doesn't believe a good throw would have gotten an out, and neither do I. You can't hear it from up here, but I wonder if anyone was telling him just to eat the throw. You know, that's where communication on the infield can sometimes help out a ton.
Base hit, 1 run in already. Now a second crosses the plate. It's 2-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Now, J.R. Santana, 1 for 2. Foul ball. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Reaching for it and brings it in. So 2 runs in the inning, 1 hit, the homer, an error, and no one left on. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Rush with the lead, 6-0. So 2 on with 2 away. Now at the plate, Oshiro. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position here in Game 5 of the World Series. Base hit, 1 run is in. He's in there. It's 7-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Digging in, J.R. Santana. Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
The batter, the left fielder.
Here's Juan Soto. In the dirt, he's going for second. Not in time. He's safe. And now a man into scoring position.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
Runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in the late stages of Game 5. This one in the air, right field. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
1 down, runner at third. Ramirez getting ready to hit. In the air, left field. Drop steps, heads back on it. Drops into the glove. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly, and they take a 3-run lead.
They had a chance to add to their lead right there, and they did with the sac fly. Nice job of getting it done. Really good execution with that at bat.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now here is J.R. Santana. Swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. I tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That to right. Suzuki sizing this one up. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 1 more shot coming up. Bottom of the 9th on deck. The Dominican Republic have the lead, 10-5. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. This could end it. Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that is the ball game.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
And your final 10-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Here in Milwaukee, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's Japan taking on the Dominican Republic. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. With Game 6 in front of us, it's an elimination game on one side, but this series feels like it could go either way.
You never want to be down 3-2, but we've seen plenty of teams come back from that, especially when they're playing the last two at home. So it's not an ideal scenario, but playing in your own stadium with your fans behind you probably makes it a little more doable.
And on the flip side, you really don't want to let this go to a Game 7. When the crowd's even more fired up, the momentum's against you. They're looking to finish this thing today. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. And on the mound in this one, Freddie Peralta. What's the scouting report on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
First and second, 2 outs. Now the left fielder. And that's a base hit. Coming home. In there, he's safe.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that squirts through. And the postseason success continues for him. He's safe at third, and the tying run is 90 feet away.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. And now it's Juan Soto. Tying run and scoring position here in Game 6 of the World Series. Move to first.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. Runner takes off. Throw, and they got him.
Kind of a gamble right there. They're trying to stay out of the inning-ending double play possibility, but now 2 outs, and it gets a little tougher to drive in the run from third.
Santana takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Hit in the air, left field. Gets there, he's under it. Brings it in. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. One down,
Now batting,
runner at
number
first.
24.
Oshiro now at the plate. Yamada over at first with one away. Roll to short, could be two. Over to first, great pick.
Good stretch there to make the play. It looks like someone added a little yoga to their daily routine, if you ask me.
One gone, runner at first. J.R. Santana digs in now. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. Left field. He's under it. Brings it in. Out number 2.
Now batting, left.
J.R. Santana will hit next. 1 for 3. That's to third. That ends the frame. With the tying run and scoring position in the bottom of the 9th. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Yainer Diaz. On the ground to third. And that chance handled. And that's it. They are World Series champions.
Congratulations to the World Series champions. Incredibly special team. So proud of these players. I know the fans back in their hometown. Everybody going nuts right now. It's going to be such an amazing reception when they return home.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Chris Singleton and our outstanding crew, I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.